Hey guys, it is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024, and I'm back with some free VSTs and applications to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. All right, guys, we are in a new month, July 2024, and this month the focus is going to be on compressors. And also, I always do a summer of free instruments, so that's gonna simultaneously be happening. Summer of free instruments / synths. So let's jump right into it. So the free VSTs for today are as follows. So first up here we have Kotelnikov, as we are focusing on compressors. So Kotelnikov is it's an oldie but goodie. I use this one a lot. It is a very clean digital compressor. So no saturation, no character, just very direct, very clean, very useful. It has a resizable interface. There is precision mode and eco mode, depending on what you're trying to do and how much of your resources you're trying to use up. But it's pretty straightforward. It has a high pass filter for you to dial in so that your low end is not over influencing how the compressor reacts. So that's kind of cool to have, especially if you're using it on vocals, something very delicate. You don't want it overreacting to low end frequencies that are not that important. So you can roll off some of the low end of the signal that it is processing and reacting to. But you have all the usual suspects. You have threshold. There is knee setting, peak crest. You have the ratio, attack, release. There's a release peak time and release RMS time. Makeup gain, output. There's a delta button, which is kind of cool. And you have your mix wet dry knob here. There's a bypass button. So it's pretty fully featured for a standard, straightforward digital compressor. You can go into the settings. There is some UI stuff in there, so you can change the size in there. They have some preset sizes, 100%, 150% scale, things like of that nature. So poke around in there and see what you got going on. Also, there are some presets. You can check them out if you want to. And we have an A and B section, so you can set up A settings, B settings, and then you can kind of audition to see which one you like the best. All right, so next up, we have MJUC Jr. from Klanghelm. So with Klanghelm and this one, once again, a very straightforward, very Mew style compressor. This one adds a little bit of characteristics, but not too much. It's very good on vocals, very gentle, but you can use it on whatever you want. So we have very basic setup with two knobs. So you have the compress knob and the makeup knob. So the compress knob is basically all in one, your threshold and your ratio as you crank it. And right here we have 3 time constants, so fast, slow, and auto. When you set it to auto, it will be program dependent, meaning that it's going to be reacting based on the incoming signal. It's going to intelligently react. And when we have the makeup gain to basically recover whatever you're losing with gain reduction. So that's pretty much it with this one. If you click here in the screen, it'll switch where kind of like the light goes off and it looks cracked. That means it's bypassed. So you can do that. And I think if you click where it says GR, it can switch from showing you the gain reduction versus showing you the output gain. Don't quote me on that though, but try it out. Pretty much that's it. I don't think this one is resizable as yet. Hopefully they will update that in the future. This is a very solid plugin. So check that one out. It's not too CPU heavy either. So definitely check that one out. From Klanghelm, and it is Mac and PC compatible. The first plugin is also Mac and PC compatible, and this is from TDR Records. So third up we have TL Easy Comp. Now this one I think just released today. Is my first time seeing it, and it's from ToneLib. They've been making pretty decent plugins. So this one, strangely enough, is for Mac, PC, and Ubuntu. So for those who use Ubuntu as an OS, it's available for that too, natively. You don't need any weird plugin wrappers or anything. So with this one, it's pretty straightforward. Once again, the sensitivity knob is doing double duty with being your threshold and your ratio as you turn it up. And then we have the speed. So you have from fast to slow and in between as far as the reaction speed for the compressor. They have auto mode, which most likely is going to do input dependent, program dependent style with the speed. Then you have your makeup gain, and then there's a switch here to turn on vocal mode, which is interesting. So if you're using it for vocals, I guess they're suggesting that you turn that on. And when you're not using it for vocals, turn it off. But this one is cool. I've never tried it out, just saw it today, but I want to check it out, see how well it works, and also just to see how CPU and resource hungry it is. Hopefully it's not. Their stuff is usually pretty decent. So that's it for the compressors. Now, as far as the summer of free instruments and synths for 2024, we're starting off with Retro Grit Lite. Now this one, like it says, it's the light version of Retro Grit, but it has about 8 or 9 presets, and they're not like blow your mind presets, depending on what you're looking for, but it has very classic keyboard sounds, and it is great for layering with your other keyboard sounds. So, you know, when you're working out your chord progression and you have that locked down, this has some good sounds that you can literally just layer the same exact chords. Or if you want to put little variations to the chords, but you can layer it along with your main instrument and maybe pan it and maybe add some reverb or delay to add a little bit of bounce. But it's a good thing to layer. You can use it as a main instrument also, but definitely I use it a lot to layer my main chords, and it does a good job of that. Some nice unique presets as far as just classic electric piano style keyboard chords, like that 80s vibe, 80s R&B vibe. So that's Retro Grit. Next up we have SoundPaint. Now SoundPaint, this one I think has been around for about 2 years, and it's from the developer SoundPaint, Mac and PC compatible. And this one is interesting because they put a lot of work into it, you can tell, and they give you a bunch of presets, free presets. They have presets that you can purchase, but the SoundPaint engine itself is free, and they give you a good amount of free presets. When this first came out, the first thing was a piano preset, and the piano has like multiple presets. So I would say a piano library, and they have a lot of variations with the preset just for that piano, where it gets, you know, different classical sounding piano, but then they have some weird stuff where they really mangle the sound with the effects in the interface to give you a very unique piano sound based off of the original Steinway, the 1928 Steinway Grand preset that they have here. They have other, I guess, sound packs or libraries that you can download for different instruments. I think they have like a vocal patch, like a choir type thing. And then there's multiple variations within that. So check out SoundPaid and then check out all the free add-ons that they have for it. They have paid ones, but they have free ones too that are actually pretty good. And they keep constantly adding more. So there's a decent amount. I want to say there's more than 6. But within those 6, there's a lot of variation. So definitely check out SoundPaint. Only thing I would say that I don't like about SoundPaint is it is a little bit resource hungry. So, you know, track in a smart way when you're doing it. When you're working with it, just track in a very smart way. Don't just put a ton of them and have them all going in MIDI mode. It'll tax your system. But otherwise, the UI is very modern, very clean, very intuitive. And of course, it is resizable, VST3, Mac and PC compatible. And that's pretty much it for the plugins for today, guys. The link is in the description for all of these plugins. It'll take you to this blog page where you can check out the information and click the corresponding download links. So definitely check those out when you get a chance. Also, there is a link in the description for a video series that I did a couple of years back on PC specs and how it relates to music production. So if you want to understand how your computer works with your DAW to help you produce music and help your software work smoothly, if you're having issues with your computer working smoothly as you're mixing or composing, whatever you're doing, this series will kind of help you understand how the different components in your computer is working with your DAW to help you do music, so you can understand what you need to upgrade in your system or where you need to spend your money if you're buying a new system, a new laptop. What do you need? Do you need a faster processor? Do you need more cores? Do you need more RAM? How does the GPU factor in this day and age? Which that is a changing landscape. So I got to upgrade this series and kind of talk about that also. But this one will kind of help you understand what you need to do to get your system to run smoothly for an upgrade or a new system. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back sometime later this week. I don't know. Definitely something before Saturday, and then maybe Saturday is the goal. Well, we'll see. Don't quote me on that. But definitely at least one more time. But I'm trying to do 2 more times this week. So thanks for watching. Look out for the next video. And as always, you will see me in the next video.